Hi everyone. Have you ever seen or known someone that's been affected by drug addiction? Heroin gives an instant high, but comes with extreme health issues and consequences. Today I'll be explaining to you the physical effects, the mental effects, and the legal effects of heroin use in Michigan. According to the National Institute of Drug Abuse, the physical effects, some of them, are weakening of the immune system, respiratory illness, and inflammation of gums. For the weakening of the immune system, it causes one to look ill. Your body cannot get enough nutrients it needs to keep itself healthy, which in return means you will get sick quicker and you will be more sick than other people. It also causes them to look almost like a skeleton. Their bones in their face kind of protrude out and their eyes sink into the back of their head. For respiratory illness, it causes you to not be able to breathe as well as others. You can't go on a simple walk down the street without feeling extremely out of breath. And for inflammation of gums, it causes extreme decay. So when you talk to an addict and their teeth look rotted, that is why the heroin has started to decay their teeth. According to the Drug-Free World, some mental effects of heroin are depression, loss of memory, and introversion. Depression makes them think only the negative, not the positive. They're constantly sad and they don't know why. The loss of memory, when speaking to an addict firsthand, they can't remember the littlest things you talked about 5 minutes ago. They can't remember going to the gas station that morning and grabbing a pop that they wanted, and sometimes it gets so bad they don't remember the person they were dating a year ago or that they married a year ago. It just depends on how long the person has used heroin and how often they use it, along with the effects that it has on all sorts of different people. I will show you some of the mental and physical effects that I haven't named that are on here. So for the physical effects that I didn't name, it is liver disease, kidney disease, and brain damage. And those are only a few of the very, very long list of different physical effects that heroin does have on the body. For some of the mental effects that I didn't name, it is cognitive function. So it's kind of how I said depression and introversion and loss of memory. It has to do with that. They also list depression, which I already named, anxiety, aggression, and confusion. They do get angry a lot quicker than any normal person would that wasn't using heroin. You could have a simple conversation with them and one thing you said might trigger them into a full-on rage. They would hit, they might cause harm to you and to others. I forgot to mention another physical effect of heroin is acne. The acne it causes is extreme. It almost looks like chicken pox. And because the heroin addict is always kind of wanting to do something with their body, they tend to scratch at it, which makes it bleed, which only makes it worse. I do have an example of that. This young lady right here, this is surprisingly the same exact person in the same picture, 1 year apart. So you can tell that from this picture where she looks nice and healthy to this picture where she looks ill and she has acne all over her face, and you can tell that the bones in her face are also a lot more protrude. They look a lot more existent than they would in this picture. According to Travis Peeler from Legal Match, the legal consequences of heroin after your first offense is up to a year in prison and a $1,000 fine, or both, depending on how much you're using, carrying, or distributing. After your second offense, it is minimum of 15 days in jail or a $2,500 fine, or possibly both, depending on, again, how much you are using, distributing, and carrying. After your second offense, any offense after that is a minimum of 90 days in jail along with a $5,000 fine, or both. I mean, you could get one or the other or both, depending, again, on how much you're using, carrying, and distributing. I do have an example of how much the heroin usage in the United States from the year 2002 to 2011 has grown. It continues to grow every single day. It doesn't get any better. The more drugs that are on the street, the more people that are going to use them. This top line that I highlighted for you right here explains how much it has grown since 2002 to 2011, and it only continues to grow more and more each day. Heroin does affect people in many different ways. It affects their families, their friends, their loved ones, the people that did trust them but might not trust them anymore. There's many different options than resorting to an extremely addictive drug. You can exercise, you can drink coffee instead. There's tons of different options. I've seen firsthand what drug addiction can do to a family, to loved ones, to friends, and it's not pretty. In the end, the physical and the mental and the legal consequences of using heroin outweigh the small high that it gives you for maybe 5 hours. Thank you for your time, and if anyone that is watching this video needs help, or if they know anyone that is trying to overcome drug addiction and they need a friend to talk to, I'm here.